Right, it's Monday morning and we are back on the extension. This morning, me and Matt have been backfilling the trenches. You can see now we've got our water warning tape. So yeah, that's been pitched and sent off to the inspector. And yeah, just got a small bit of turf to relay there. Small bit of turf to relay there, which we've got stockpiled there. And then hopefully after that, we've got 2 vertical damp courses to cut and install, and hopefully we can get the trench blocks and the all the underbuild sorted. So it's not too complicated. We've just got a couple lintels going in here. Just got to cut round this pipe, so we'll probably just nip off a little bit of the trench block and lay it either side. So that's not too hard. And then yeah, get the brickwork in, get it up to finished floor, and that can be reduced and concreted. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Well, that is the 2 vertical damps installed. What we like to do is put a neat silicone joint all the way up the side to push it tight to the block, just to allow it to sit snug. And yeah, we just strung back up our profiles, and because it's not really the biggest foot, I'm just going to work together, get the trench blocks in, just make sure they're square. And after that, we'll get the single course of concretes on the back and then 3 courses of face brickwork. So hopefully the rain stays off and we can get it sorted. Right, so I'm just mixing up enough muck to get the inside course of block in and set, and then I've got to go to the merchants and pick up a clay brick face, a sleeve and bits of downpipe, just to continue the air circulation from this floor right out to there. So yeah, be starting the brickwork tomorrow because it's going to be different sand laid in. So we're using plaster and sand to lay these with, so it dries closer to this coloured rendered on plinth that they've done there. So I'm gonna get this set up, cracked up, and then get everything sorted. Right, and that is the brick coursing worked out. So obviously I've just put the lintel to suit the gap, nearest full brick either side, and then we always knew it was going to be a cut into the wall, so we've got a 3/4, so we'll have a 3/4 and piece on the end, which is going into the wall, so it's all good. And obviously we've had to take in consideration the vent coming through, so the vent's going to be on the 2nd course of brick, so obviously we've had to make sure that we've got the space for it, as that brick would represent the vent, so obviously it has to stay half bond to match in. Obviously it's going to be a bit more centered up, but we'll sort that out when the time comes. So yeah, tomorrow get the 3 courses of brickwork up, the vent installed, and yeah, after that, little jobs like got to cavity fill the sections and then dig this down, because our finished floor mark, as I showed before, is there, and then we've got to be I think roughly 150 below it, 75 insulation, 75 screed or 100mm insulation, not sure after you check the plan. So that will end up being somewhere down there, and the slab will be 100 mil. So we're going to be taking it down to roughly 4 courses, near enough the top of the block. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow we will get all this cracked up and we can tackle one of these 2 jobs. Right everybody, Tuesday morning, and the aim today, get the brick plinth up and start reduce digging this inside stack, so it can all be concreted. So gonna get some cuts done, load out the bricks, knock up a few little corners, and then get them running. I do. Right, that's our 3 coins built with some very wet bricks. Just a little tip for anyone starting off. If you are laying with wet bricks, and it is, I don't know if you see on camera, but it was sort of drizzling slightly. But no matter how much the muck runs out the joints, you've got to resist scraping it, because the more you scrape it, the more it will draw the water out. So yeah, and obviously the more you scrape it, the bricks could topple because you're kept taking away that muck joint on the end. So obviously you just got to let it set, and then it's much easier when it's gone off just to scrape it when it's harder. So yeah, I'm just gonna let these go off a little bit, and then we can get these 2 panels running, brick vent sorted, and then yeah, because the inside blockwork's already gone off, I can then start reduce digging this section here. So yeah, we'll see how we go. How I do. Right, so having that trimmers block up, the vent actually sits in fine. And yeah, so a common occurrence is as the cavities have been made bigger on the building regs, these clay sleeves haven't been made longer. So you're left with a small gap like this if you want to have even bearing on the blocks. So little solution we normally do, just get a piece of damp course and cut it just so it's not, you know, snagging anything, and lay that in there. Then that will stop any muck getting in the crack and blocking up the ventilation of the floor. So we will be laying two down, well, exactly the same as that, square down pipes next to each other, like a well, just parallel pipes going from A to B. Obviously they'll be put in when the floor's been concreted and we know the height of the screed and insulation. So yeah, just these last two bricks to get in, then hopefully it's not looking too wet. But you see down there earlier when it was a bit of moisture in the air, the joints were running. So yeah, so I can get these two bricks in, clear all this, and then hopefully start reducing the oversight. Ooh, ideal. And obviously got to fill the top of the frogs of leftover muck, can't be forgetting that. So yeah, we'll get them sorted. Right, so a slight change of plan for the cavity fill, because the build is so close to ground level, so ground level comes to about there. Instead of cavity filling it with concrete, some of the leftover stock bricks, what we're going to do is put a bed of muck down, drop them in there, and then flush over the top, just so obviously it makes the bottom course one solid lump. But can't do that at the minute because we're just going to wait for this to dry, so maybe get that done later because we have got bit of muck left over in the mixer. But for now we just filled all the frogs in, and we're just waiting for this to dry to point it in. So I'm going to get all this cleared and maybe start removing these chunks of concrete to allow us to get set up for the levels of the reduced dig. Ideal. But I forgot to show at the time where I bought it, but did buy a new tool bucket. Oh, this comes separately. I think bought this off the pouch off Amazon, and this is just a where is it? Just a Marshalltown 5-gallon bucket. I think it's American, but yeah. Before I had just a Stanley Fat Max tool bag, but it was getting a bit you know, a bit full, and it wasn't really, well, I don't really have the best wear and tear. So with this here, as you can see, plenty of pockets, plenty of sections for pens, so you can fit your 8-meter tapes. Oh, that's not good. 8-meter tapes in, 5-meter, and plenty of room. So we've got jointers, hammers, square. In the bottom we got the 2 sets of Fitz brick clamps. So and obviously a nice little finishing brush. Ideal. And then I ain't cleaned it off yet, but trowel just fits in on top. So so yeah, if you are in the market for a new tool carrier, then yeah, I think that was 20 quid, and then the bucket was 7 quid off Screwfix, so it can be got in the UK, and highly recommend. Also, unfortunately, my other 2-foot level went missing, so I had to buy a new one. And while I was buying that, couldn't resist and getting this this level here, which I've had my eye on for a while. Nice new 4-foot with the guards on, just because I know it's not great, but see the this 4-foot here, it's taken quite the beating from the trowel. So hopefully these guards here protect it a bit more. So yeah, I'm gonna get all this cleaned out, and then hopefully I'll be back to you when this is ready to be pointed in. Right, so the brickwork is still a bit too wet to point, so yeah, just getting all the little bits sorted. Damp course still on the outside. This drain is supported and mucked in underneath, and just laying these inside course of brick through to act as a cavity fill. See, this is totally fine with the building inspector. We've already checked. So yeah, with this last little bit of muck in the mixer, we're just gonna, well, I'm just gonna spread it on the top to fill in all the joints and just cap it all off to make it all neat and tidy. So get that sorted, and then hopefully next time I'm back, we'll be jointing in the brickwork. I do. Right, so just finished jointing up, just waiting for it to pitch off a bit more, and then you can brush it all off with the soft brush. So now we'll just reduce digging the inside, because we just changed it to a 150 slab, so it means we've got to go roughly 400mm down from finished floor. But luckily Matt's back for the afternoon and tomorrow morning to help me get it all dug out. So yeah, shouldn't take too long. So hopefully it's only be about 100mm out of the floor to dig. Ideal. Right, it is Wednesday morning, and yeah, me and Matt have just quickly got out the rest of the spoil in here to reduce dig it down. He's at the merchants, but I've just quickly sand blinded all of it. So yeah, we just got the polythene to cut in over here. So we're gonna send it up the block across to the back, so it's got 100mm over. So yeah, it is 9:39, and concrete, well, we've got some ballast to come in on the tipper, just so we can mix it up, because it's only a well, it's not exactly a lot of concrete here. Got about a 130mm slab. So so yeah, we'll get this polythene in, make a small jig so we can send it on top of the blocks just to get the edges right, then we'll screed off level through. But yeah, using the trusty laser level, check the corners of the block work this morning, and they were all spot on, so we can use that as a level for getting the concrete flat. So just got to get some protective ducting for this electric cable, and then we can then get the polythene over it and get it all sorted. So yeah, I'll be back when we got all the polythene in. Alright, polythene is all in. We've got it tacked up on the walls with masonry nails. Got the foul drain and the water in. Ideal. Just made up a little jig. The ballast has arrived on the back of the truck, so yeah, we'll start mixing up and get this pad in. Ideal. I think one more full barrow. Right, redo that edge there.
Coming tomorrow there'll be a puddle, is that the way your foot went? Just look at me and say, I'm doing that.
Yeah, now you said that, I'm gonna fucking... What puddle?
Exactly this puddle.
there we go. All the concrete is in. Leveled it in with a jig. And only this little section left over. Ideal. So hopefully now, rest of the day, just give this area a good clean up and count up how many blocks we need for getting this up to that guttering height. Ideal. Tell you, using a mag to flow it off makes it so much easier. Ideal. Right, Thursday morning. The concrete is all gone off. Last thing yesterday, we moved the blocks in, gave everything a bit of a clean up, and we got some concrete blocks delivered. Now we've just got some thermalites. I'm going to unload onto the slab. Ideal.